we know, the death of Slim Shady. If you guys want to know more about me, go to my other Eminem video where I explain about, you know, when people call me a fake insider or whatever. Let me clarify something. I am not, I repeat, I am not an Eminem insider. Don't come to me 24/7 about Eminem news, because I'm not an Eminem insider. Eminem has his network of people. He has his own personal media. I'm media, but I'm outside the media. So I will have some reporters or whatever go over and ask questions, and whatever is brought to them is brought to me. I confirm a few things, post it on the timeline, carry on throughout my day. If I hear, oh yeah, Shady Demolition is actually the album, but it's actually the death of Slim Shady, okay, that's been... Listen, I don't know how dumb people are. I'm not calling all Eminem fans dumb, but the ones on Twitter, some of them that be reaching so far and going on Reddit and all of that, they're dumb. Eminem been teasing the album the whole time. I've said this on numerous occasions. He's teasing the death of Slim Shady. Shady Demolition is the death of Slim Shady. What does demolition mean? To destroy. To get rid of something. It's the death. It's the decay. If y'all saw that Halloween promo, go back to the promo. Eminem has been promoting the death of Slim Shady since 2021. Actually, that's a lie. Since December of 2020. Go back and listen to Discombobulated. Go listen to Jimmy, Brian, and Mike. That's what most of the album's going to sound like. And let me tell you something. Based off of what I know, and this is just a guess, Eminem's going to use that Dennis guy, that guy that be making the Eminem diss tracks towards MGK, Nick Cannon, and all, and etc. He's going to use Dennis and that Spencer guy, and he's going to put AI over their vocals, like a young Slim Shady AI, just tweak a little bit, and that's what the engineer's going to do. I believe he's going to do that with their vocals. And make a whole concept of current Eminem versus Slim Shady. That's what Eminem's going to do. And sometimes Eminem's going to pitch in and use his own vocals for them too. But they're perfect. Spencer, that Spencer guy and that Dennis guy. And then you put a little bit of Slim Shady AI on there. Like, I'm going to say 2002 and below, right? That AI over that, then that's going to make a perfect track. I've been saying this for a while. Pay attention to the merch. The merch aren't, like, all the merch aren't random drops. You know? The hook from D to the LBC clearly shows y'all what type of album he's going to be dropping. Killer. The hook for Killer is showing you the type of album he's dropping. Is This Love is another example. Tone Deaf is another example. Rewatch the Super Bowl ad. That's another example. Eminem versus Slim Shady. If he does a music video like that, and instead is Dennis, that Dennis guy, and he grabs a stand or something that kind of looks like Eminem, because there's a stand that looks just like Eminem, a young Eminem. He might grab him for a music video, and they just do a whole thing, and Dennis and Spencer, and with the AI, a little bit of AI tweaking. On the engineering side, the AI tweaking will help with that. Yeah, and there was somebody on Reddit saying Eminem scrapped the album in 2022. That's a darn lie. If he's scrapping the album, he's scrapping that Super Bowl commercial. He's scrapping from the D to the LBC, because apparently if that was going to be, if Eminem was dropping an album doing the merch, doing 2022, he scrapped the album doing 2022 that's supposed to release January 2023. Was supposed to be Slim Shady LP2. You know how stupid that sounds. And when I call people out on it, they're like, where are your sources at? I believe him because he said he's a leaker. He knows an insider that leaks music, that leaks that guy's music. Everybody, including Royce, Dr. Dre, King Crooked, Easy Mill, would tell you Eminem's not stupid and he keeps his circle tight. Like I said, he has his own media. He does not have leakers that often. he never had leakers that often. The person who leaked freaking the one thing was somebody in the studio, and that was back in the day. Nothing been leaked since. So, and if there's leaking, Eminem's leaking it himself, just trolling. So the thing is, with the updates on the album, let's go back to the 2022-2023 thing. There was no album. There was no Slim Shady LP2 dropping in the works that's supposed to drop in 2023. No, that was the Super Bowl layout. Mary J. Blige was dropping. Snoop Dogg dropped 3 albums that year because he went on Back on Death Row. If you listen to BODR, that's how that layout is. And Mount Westmore. When was the time for Eminem to drop an album? He was still doing the curtain call rollouts, which rollouts take a while, and uploading on streaming services because streaming services make it hard for you to duplicate songs under one artist's name, so it'll take up 2 months just to do that. So for instance, if I make a song called Eminem Drops Soon, and then I put it on Apple and Spotify, okay, the song's out. And then I do another song called Eminem Drops Soon. It's the same song I uploaded. It's a duplicate. So it's going to take a while, and sometimes they would deny it. So you have to go through loopholes. So Eminem had to go through a loophole, and they couldn't do it themselves, so they left it up to the label, Interscope, which would do it for them. Because they can override the distribution and contact Apple, contact Spotify, and get that distributed, get that out there. So that's what was going on during Curtain Call 2. Now, there was no way in the world, and he had a whole promo run all of 2023 promoting the album. So there was no way in the world Slim Shady LP2 was in the works. He scrapped that album and then was like, oh, well, now I'm about to make the death of Slim Shady. So he automatically started working on an album in late 2023. That doesn't make any sense, because we wouldn't have gotten the Jimmy Bryan Mike freaking thing. We wouldn't have gotten that Easy Mill verse. We wouldn't have gotten that Detroit from the LBC if he wasn't an album. If he scrapped the album, he would have scrapped those tracks too. Eminem always done that. So why would he scrap a whole album that's literally made and nothing gets leaked? Because Eminem even said we transfer, even though like I said earlier, it's hard to get Eminem. It's hard for them, like somebody to leak the track. But Eminem was crying and complaining on Paul's podcast in 2022 on using We Transferred. So if he had a full album out and he was crying on Paul's pod talking about he hates We Transfer, how people freaking hack it, then where the heck is the album at? He was still using it during that time. When that Jordan Lucas thing leaked, right? That leaked in 2021. That's where they claim the album was made, and it was fully done in 2022, supposed to drop the first of the year of 2023, around February, and guess what happened? He scrapped it for some reason. No, that whole album would have been leaked like they did the freaking Jordan Lucas if he's still uploading on We Transfer, if he's still trying to get features back and forth. No. Eminem's not using no We Transfer no more. He's going the old school way. He's using the CDs and he's using hard drives and flash drives that only he and Paul can access. So if you get a feature for him, you have to be in the studio with him, which takes time, which is the scheduling process. And now let's get into the current album. So the SSLP2 that was apparently in the works never happened. It was fake. So let's get into the current album now, The Death of Slim Shady. What happened behind the scenes? Let me explain. He's been working on this since 2021. This been a concept to Eminem since Kamikaze, which is a fact. This been a concept to Eminem for a while. Now we have AI. He's a fan of the Dennis guy and the Spencer guy that make the freaking Eminem, bait diss tracks for Nick Cannon and MGK and doing something. He's a fan of that. He's not a huge fan of AI, but he's been taking down people AI work of him because he's using AI himself to battle Slim Shady. So let's get into it. The album's first song on the album, Death of Slim Shady, was made in 2020. It was. Between Music to Be Murdered by Side A and Side B, he was currently in the works of this album. And he made already one track. So that was the concept of the album. He had it laid out. So in 2021, he was doing features and all of that. So with those features and with everything, the promo runs and going out of town and the COVID stuff, it took a step back on the album. So the album process was harder, and apparently Eminem had COVID and he was dealing with some sick issues, which he will explain in the interview after his album drops. He's going to explain the same thing that I'm saying. He was sick sometimes. There's some verses you can tell he was sick, and also the mixing sucked. There's nothing the engineers could do. Because at first I was blaming the engineers for the last one standing verse, because that mixing was the worst I ever heard in my life. Like when it comes to Eminem mixing, not of all time, but when it comes to plain Eminem mixing, because he usually has the greatest engineers of all time. When it comes to mixing in the rap game, nobody has better engineers. Sonically, his verses was not sounding good because you can hear spit noise. Apparently, Eminem was sick during that time. Skylar Grey even spoke about the last one standing. It took a while. Eminem was also sick during that verse. He was also sick doing the Parables remix and the Realest song, doing the Realest and Doomsday Part 2. The Realest and Doomsday Part 2 was recorded in the same day, which is a fact because it lines up with the events. Easy Mill said Eminem was already recording a track in one of his interviews after the Realest dropped. Eminem was already recording a song. So when Easy Mill came in, he was like, hey, I'll drop a verse on there too. That's what happened. Now, Lace It is actually the most recent Eminem verse. When he's not sick and the mixing is good, you can tell how he's going to sound on that album. That's what current Eminem sounds like right now. And when you listen to the album, it's going to be crazy because he got crazy producers. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it real soon. So I'm just discussing the process of what's been going on with the death of Slim Shady. Eminem has been dealing with sickness. He did catch COVID, and there was a little fake Epstein list that popped out. Actually, if you go back to 2020, that was actually a list of people who caught, like celebrities who caught COVID. So, yeah. So, let's get back to the story. Eminem's death of Slim Shady was taking a while because the COVID and everything. So now when COVID was over, he had more freedom. But then he had the Super Bowl, the promos to run out. So while he's recording music, he would drop promos, he would drop merch to get the fans interested and thrown off by something else. He did not want to spoil the album. He wanted the album to be a surprise because this time he's doing a full rollout. What he's doing now is a full rollout. This would not be a surprise drop. He's doing a full rollout this time. Last time he did a rollout was Revival. It was hated on because he had some pop singers on there. But it was hated on. Even before the drop, it was very hated on. When he said the album was Revival, without even revealing the track list, it was hated on. This is the first album since the Marshall Mathers LP 2 back in 2013 that everyone's excited about the album. This is the first album. Everyone's excited. Of course, you have some butthurt people in comment section that say, I'm not excited because Eminem sucks. He should have stayed on drugs. No. Everyone's excited about this album. Because Eminem's been working hard on it. This album, it took different recording sessions. It took different producers to mix. He was trying to find different sounds and different lanes to pop in. When Eminem raps, y'all know, y'all be stopping the track just to breathe for him. He was dealing with sickness, so imagine trying to do an album with all these runs, with all these promo runs. His daughter's getting married. A lot of weird stuff is going on. COVID's happening, so that's limiting the creative process he could do. So he would record it in his home, and you can easily hear some background songs on, some background noises on that freaking Last One Standing. That sounds like he was recording in his home studio. But M had the mixing the mixing and the creative process was frustrating on their end. Everybody can tell, even if you're not in media or anything, you're just a fan. Even if you're not a fan of Eminem at all, you can tell by the recent verses he's been dropping, besides Lace It, that the process was hard back there, and the mixing was everything going on in the background. A lot of things been, how do I explain this? You can tell that it was a rough process, right? Anybody can tell that it was a rough process, because that's not the Eminem we know. Eminem usually, like, doing his album, his recent albums, he don't say nothing and just drop. This time, he's very confident. You know, on Music to Be Murdered By, he was confident, but he still was like, they hated my album. He was still a little angry. And then Side B, with that weird flow he went to, I didn't like some of the flows, like the people like the laid back, but that's not me. But, you know, I didn't like the flows, but I like the song. I like the lyrics. I could jam every song on that album. I couldn't jam Alfred's thing because you can't jam like Black Thought and top tier lyricist type song you got to break down. So those are songs you don't play in the car. Those are songs you listen to, you break down and things like that. So, yeah. Then after that, doing this album process, Eminem has to try to find people to shoot his music video, which isn't hard. He gets hundreds of requests every day. I mean, not every day, like every month. Can I shoot your video for you? So I'm gonna get into more meat and potatoes on the album. Is Eminem featuring any artist from Detroit? Let's get that answer. Will he be featuring Royce? 100%. What Eminem album comes out nowadays without Royce? That's an obvious answer. Ice Where Vezo. That name I've been hearing buzzing around in Detroit for a while. I've been to Detroit multiple times this year. I heard Ice Where Vezo and Eminem's name in multiple, conversations. I don't know if it's confirmed or not, if they have a song, but I wouldn't doubt it. And I'm thinking with the death of Slim Shady, and if you listen to Ice Where Vezo and the stuff he's talking about, I believe 100% he's on that album. Is T Grizzly on the album? I believe 100% T Grizzly is on the album. Eminem's about to shut up all the Detroit noise, because if you live in the Midwest and you know what's going on, some people, because Eminem's dealing with some stuff in his own town. He's not worried about freaking Benzino. But if you've been hearing, some Detroit rappers are actually terrified of Eminem and also angry that Eminem does not support the city that much. Like publicly, he does not collab with any of the artists or give them beats or help them out or any of that. So when it comes to T Grizzly, he does his song while Ice Where Vezo and T Grizzly have them both on one track. Hey, it's over. Nobody can say nothing about Eminem not being the king of Detroit. Nobody from Detroit will have those doubts anymore. That is more than enough. With Eminem have Skilla Baby on the album, he might as well put Skilla Baby. Side Eye Baby? Nah, man. Nah. That was enough. I heard enough on that Detroit freestyle. Like the Detroit Cypher song, the Friday Night Cypher. I heard enough. And I also did an edit where it was just between... Where we were a song between Eminem. I just put Eminem and Side Eye Baby verse back to back. Oh, they don't sound good on the song together. Who else should be on that album? Big Sean. Come on, he has to be on there. And with that R&B singer, everybody knows who that R&B singer on Eminem's album is. It has to be Jenny Aiko. I don't even know how to pronounce her name right, but it has to be her. Eminem, Gene Aiko, and Big Sean all on one song. Come on now. That's obvious. That has to be obvious. Gene is currently in Detroit. Sean is in Detroit. M is in Detroit. Why would he go all the way somewhere else to get Rihanna? Why would he go all the way somewhere else to get SZA? Why would he go and get Summer Walker? If he could go down the street, the Big Sean house, yo, get your wife in my house now, bro. Hey, shut up. She in here. She about to head in the studio right now. Lay down the hook for me. Get out. Hey, Sean. Hey, come on. Come here. Come here. You. Yeah. Lay down a verse. We done. Set out. That's how it is. And the way I described it, people were like, hey, Eminem would never do that. Hey, based off in the interviews, based off of things I've seen and things I heard, people say how Eminem is in the studio. He's a nice person, but when it comes to his working in the studio, he's a whole different animal. That dude don't play. He probably would just go up to Big Sean, slap him, hey, bring your wife in here. Hurry up. Hey, you, get out of here while we record. Got a 30-minute session real quick. But I'm not saying Eminem would do that, but yeah, just the R&B stuff. But yeah, Shady 100% has to be on the album. It only makes sense. If Eminem goes all the way to Rihanna, that doesn't make any sense. He could have a song with Rihanna. That's fine if he add Rihanna to the album. But Shady makes the perfect sense. She's married to Big Sean. Eminem has a story to tell, and this makes sense. Why wouldn't they have a song? It's Easy Meal on the album. Everybody knows the answer to that. It's White Gold on the album. 100%. Is he on one song? I don't think so. I call cap because he does help put backing, because I listened to a lot of White Gold music recently. I'm not talking about the one from Memphis that I'm a fan of too. I'm talking about the one that be with Eminem. He a Laker fan too. But the thing with him is, there's songs I hear, like I was listening to Book of Rhymes and Higher, and I heard White Gold's voice in the background. Eminem's smart if he's doing another hook or sports type anthem on the album and he has White Gold on there. White Gold is a perfect artist. Like, you know, somebody like The Weeknd, they don't even need to lay a verse, but you can hear backing vocals. Chris Brown could give you backing vocals. If you hear Drake's song back in 2020, Not You Too, and you hear Chris Brown's backing vocals, it blends in. White Gold is that type of artist to put that on a track. So will he have a full verse and a hook? Probably yes, so on one song, right? But it won't be just Eminem and White Gold alone. No, it'll be Eminem and probably White Gold and Royce again, or White Gold and somebody else. But yeah, Kendrick, Eminem, because I'm reading my script because I'm about to get on this Kendrick thing next. Forgive me. But so Eminem and White Gold have a type of musical relationship when it comes to getting on the track. If you know what I'm saying, they blend. The chemistry is there, right? So I believe he's on multiple songs. He helps with hooks. I don't believe he's only on one song. That's just to throw y'all off. But yeah, will he be credited as a featured artist if he's on those tracks? No, but if you go on Apple and all that, you will see written by and backing vocals by White Gold, so he will help with that process. I believe that. Is Anderson .Paak on the album? Come on now. He has to get Anderson .Paak on there. Is Kendrick on the album? Go watch the Super... Wait a minute. Yeah. Go watch the Super Bowl. Kendrick has to be on the album. It makes sense. Kendrick and Eminem already had something leaked in 2022 after the Super Bowl. It was called something Basics in Green, or it was something leaked from Dr. Dre's little camp thing. That was out on the internet for a while. It was an Eminem and Kendrick and Dre track, and I'm thinking that's gonna be for the death of Slim Shady or Dre and Snoop's album. But will Dre and Snoop Dogg be on M's album? I don't think Snoop will, but I think 50 Cent will. Will Eminem and J. Cole have a song? J. Cole, if I could post a message, because I don't like sharing DMs, because people will call cat, but I've spoken with Cole, and he was recently in Detroit. Not recently, but I'm talking back in 2023. Like November, December. And it ended up he was with T Grizzly or whatever, but I don't think he's only gonna be there for T Grizzly. And based off of the images I have of that Eminem music video shoot, it looks like it could be a J. Cole type of track. But I think Eminem is very creative, that he'll give the fans what they want. Y'all want a Kendrick and Cole track, right? I think Eminem called Kendrick and Cole behind the scenes, because y'all remember there was a label little thing between Drake's camp and Kendrick's. No, it was between Eminem and J. Cole's. There's no actual real beef. It was just rapping. They can just do that. I think M made the call, schedule a meeting between these two. It was like, hey, why don't y'all compete on the track? But y'all on the track with me. This makes sense. You have 3 different beat switches. You have Dre on there. Eminem could be on a Detroit type, little Eminem type beat. J. Cole would start off the song. Kendrick would be on the song. He'll be in the middle. Eminem would be last. And we will see who has the bars. That makes sense. And people be like, hey, if Eminem was black, he wouldn't be that good. Well, what do you call Kendrick? I listened to Kendrick last album, and it sounds like the freaking Marshall Mathers LP. I don't see a difference between the albums. He does a little fast rap like M. He raises his voice and yell like M does. But his hooks reminds me of Andre 3000. So that's where he gets that from. And then he does the little storytelling stuff like Hove. But other than that, I can see a J. Cole, Eminem, and Kendrick track. If M does have, I think 100%. 100% M has Kendrick on the album. Now with Cole, I'm going to give it 60. I have not heard anything else. When I do, I will post it on the timeline, and I'm going to keep it on there. Y'all keep saying I'm deleting tweets, but I'm literally uploading it on video. So, yeah, now let's get to the track list. Oh yeah, will Lil Wayne be on the album? Both Wayne, I've spoken to Wayne. Everybody knows this. I've spoken to Wayne. And I was like, would you ever do another track with M? And if y'all follow my IG or my Snap, y'all can see the video. He like, oh, you'll have to see. So I just ran with that. I think 100% they have a song together. I heard rumors that if Eminem isn't on the Carter 6, or if Lil Wayne isn't on The Death of Slim Shady, they might have a collab album. Or Eminem might be on Wayne's mixtape that's dropping right after M's album. But it doesn't matter. We are 100% getting Eminem and Wayne music. Come on now. Come on now. There's no way y'all believe M is that stupid not to get on track with Wayne. They've been shouting each other out. Wayne already said in the interview, hey, y'all, I want to do a collab album with you. Eminem was like, bet, we're going to have to see. Watch that Wayne and Eminem interview. They already set up the tracks. If Wayne could set up a Kid Cudi and Eminem track, which I never wanted, but we ended up getting it anyways, then he tried setting up a track with him and M, and they was speaking FaceTime, looking at each other and all that, and he has M's number. Eminem would pick up for Wayne because Wayne isn't a snake. They came in the game at the same time. Y'all must be stupid to think they don't have a song together. Y'all must be stupid to think they don't have more than 2 songs together. Y'all must be stupid to think Eminem doesn't have a freestyle, because I guess he's that perfect that he doesn't need to go on freaking nothing to do a freestyle anymore. If Wayne's doing it, why can't him? You know? Does Eminem Jay-Z have a song? Ooh. That, I've been hearing a lot. Do we need it to happen again? Yes. But he should also put Nas on that song. He should put Nas on there. He should put Andre 3000 on there. Everybody wanted to M Andre 3000. I'll reach out to Tech 9 and see, because he's seen my message and he just liked it, but he has not give me a verbal confirmation. I believe Tech and M might have a song too. But this isn't just the stop for Eminem. I'm going to repeat what I said again. Eminem have 3 music videos dropping. He might even have more than that. He has confirmed features. So it's not just his album. He's on other people's projects. Is he on the Deadpool 3 release? I'm very skeptical he isn't. But since I'm hearing his album is close to that, I think he is. He's 100. It was stupid he doesn't get on that Deadpool 3 soundtrack. He's dumb if he doesn't do that. Or Marvel is stupid for not using his single to be on the Deadpool 3 soundtrack. Shady's team would miss a whole entire thing. They would miss an opening not being on Deadpool 3's soundtrack. It's Eminem on Venom 3. Even his fans know. I don't even need to say anything. Everybody knows he's on there. If he's not on there, that's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, he's on there. Now for a double album. I think a double album is possible. Nah. I don't think he's going to have a double album. I think he's going to be on multiple other features this year. And then if y'all want something like a Marshall Mathers LP3 or something like that, he'll probably release that next year. 2025 or 2026. But I don't think a double album's going to happen. If he has some extra tracks, he's probably going to drop those afterwards. But yeah, and speaking on that, I will be making an update on Twitter, on YouTube, of the upcoming Eminem single. I will make an update on that. It will be out. So that's all I have to say on this topic. What say you? Are y'all really excited for the death of Slim Shady? What do you guys want to see on this album? And we'll be right back after this.
In Indianapolis, a beacon of hope stands out among the struggles of violence and poverty. We Care Indie is a remarkable organization that seeks to empower young people by providing valuable guidance and employment opportunities. Their focus is media training with teenagers ages 14 through 19. Their plan is both innovative and ambitious, blending mentorship programs with the career development. The cornerstone of this plan is the creation of career centers, a hub of inspiration that provides training programs in a variety of fields, including media, construction, IT, and entrepreneurship. This year's focus will teach young people the skills of videography, photography, video editing, graphic design, lighting, audio, social media, marketing, website development, and business plan writing. Get ready to take flight with We Care Indie. Committed to holistic care, we value character development as much as career training. That's why we provide a comprehensive mentoring program that covers a variety of essential skills, including conflict resolution, SMART goal settings, financial literacy, character development, leadership training, job and college readiness, time management, group work skills, and mental health awareness. We strongly believe that these skills will not only help youth succeed in their professional endeavors, but also in their personal lives. We Care Indie is more than just a youth program. The program is designed to ensure our youth develop the necessary skills to become experts in the aspects of media, as well as continuously building their character. The youth will gain knowledge and have opportunities for real practice and implementation. Youth will be partnered with a mentor who will support their development throughout the program. While working with their mentor throughout the year, our youth will fulfill project requests from local partnerships within the community. These partnerships will provide the internship opportunities within local companies, churches, and other organizations. We kindly ask for your financial support and partnership with We Care Indie as we strive to positively impact the lives of our youth. To support We Care Indie, visit WeCareIndie.org. A gift of $10,000 will sponsor a youth for a year, which includes covering the youth salary, training, equipment, curriculum, and field trips. A gift of $5,000 will fuel a youth growth by sponsoring their training, resources, curriculum, and memorable field trips. A gift of $2,500 will sponsor media equipment and software for a year. Join We Care Indie as we take flight, inspiring our youth to believe anything is possible. Go to WeCareIndie.org.